A man has been stabbed by a gang who tried to steal his mobile phone. Michael Felgate joins us now from Mitcham this evening. And Michael, what can you tell us about this attack?
Well, Mitch, 34-year-old Daniel Ferry was asleep this morning when he was awoken by strange noises here outside his Mitcham home at 2:15. He came out to investigate using his mobile phone as a torch. When he did, he was confronted by a group of men of African appearance next to a dark-coloured car. They tried to steal his mobile phone. When he refused, they attacked, stabbing him on multiple occasions. He fled this way, fearing for his life, ending up in his neighbour's driveway in a pool of blood.
He was unaware that he was being stabbed. He was running away at the time. He did say he'd fallen over a couple of times. We'd got back to his feet. It's not until he's gotten back to his house that he's realised I'm bleeding and I'm in trouble.
And Michael, what's the injured man's condition?
Well, Mitch, remarkably, his terrified wife was able to drive him to Box Hill Hospital. He underwent surgery this morning for 6 stab wounds and is currently in a stable condition. Police say this was a totally random attack and are asking anyone with any information to contact Crime Stoppers. Mitch.
Thanks, Michael.
A construction worker has needed surgery after being chased down and stabbed by a gang. Mark Santo Martino joins me live from Box Hill Hospital. Now, Mark, police say he's lucky to be alive.
The 34-year-old was stabbed 6 times across both thighs, Pete. Thankfully, none of those severed any major arteries. Surgeons here at the Box Hill Hospital have been working on Daniel Ferry this afternoon. I've just spoken to a staffer, and the good news is he's now in a stable condition some 16 hours after being left bleeding in a neighbour's driveway. The construction worker only left his Cook Road townhouse in Mitcham in the early hours of this morning to investigate a noise he'd heard. He was using his phone's light when he was confronted by 2 men, strangers on his street. They pulled a 15-centimetre kitchen knife out and demanded he hand over his phone. At that point, he turned on his heels and ran past his own front door, eventually collapsing in front of his neighbour's home, having been stabbed multiple times.
Nothing concrete as to what they were doing, what they were up to. There's no indication that they were performing any illegal activity at the time. Well, it's unnecessary. There was no need to inflict the sort of violence that they have on him.
Now police say that those attackers eventually backed off, Pete, jumping into a dark Holden Commodore which was last seen speeding towards the Maroondah Highway. At least 2 other men are believed to have been in that car, and it's police's best lead at this point in time, given the only description of the attackers is that they were African in appearance. Shaken residents have told 9 News they believe the gang was casing their street.
It's definitely scary. Having 2 kids in the house is even more scary.
Well, it's normally very quiet. I mean, we've been here 15 years. We've never had anything go on like this.
The gang failed to steal Daniel's phone, Pete. However, they did make it away with that knife. As a result, police want anyone who recognises that dark Holden Commodore seen in the area around Mitcham last night to come forward.